In this video, I will be talking about 5 tips that we followed that took us from going paycheck to paycheck to being able to actually save and invest our money. Let's get into that video. Hi guys, it is Cece Larimore back with another video for you guys. This one is gonna be actually about finances as young parents, and I'm just gonna be talking about how me and my husband over the years have come up with tips that we follow so that we do have savings accounts and we are actually able to put money away in them, and how we are able to start investing our money. Tip number 1 is gonna be budgeting. Making a budget and actually checking in on your budget is so critical to getting a good financial footing. When we were living paycheck to paycheck, opening our bank account was nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to that or if it was just a me issue, but when you are living paycheck to paycheck, you're not understanding your financial situation very well, opening that account and seeing your balance on it was like you just didn't want to, because you knew it was going to be bad. Like, you were going to be down maybe another $100 and that you weren't following any kind of system or budget. Budgeting, opening that bank account, write out your bills and everything, and I'm gonna make a video about budgeting going way deeper in depth than this one. Anyways, seeing those subscriptions or eating out monthly, how much you've been doing that. Your budgets need to be realistic, and you can't kind of like try to put less than you need to just survive to the next month. So yeah, first tip, budgeting, looking at your budget, constantly checking on it. Tip number 2 goes in hand with tip number 1, making your budget and then going through your monthly expenses and cutting out what is unnecessary, like eating out all the time. I do my husband's hair, so like that's a monthly expense, well, kind of weekly expense, because his hair grows fast. I take care of, like, I do it myself. Other ones, like, I don't get my nails done. Like, if I want my nails done, I'll just paint them myself. Things like that. It really also depends on your lifestyle, because I know some people are like, getting my nails done goes with my job. Like, I need to have prettier looking nails for my job, whatever your reasons may be. One of the things that we do, especially for bigger purchases or like impulsive purchases, I guess you would call them, as we look at it and we ask ourselves these questions. 1, do you really need it? 2, where is it going to go? 3, how often are you actually going to be using that? Number 4 is, can you do this yourself / DIY? That's what I kind of hit on with, like, I cut my husband's hair, I sew our clothes back together when they're like ripping and falling apart so we don't have to get new ones. 5, I think, is really critical, because not many people have that mentality when they're purchasing something, but is this going to be a waste of blank hours that I worked? So let's say you're gonna go out to eat. It's gonna cost $30. And I know most people make more than this, but let's say you make $10 an hour. That's 3 hours of you working just so you can purchase a pizza? Like, is that really worth it? That's why I like that mentality of just like, how many hours did it take you just so you could get that? And was it worth it? Other things to look at, I think I already mentioned before, but subscriptions, all the things you subscribe to and then you forget. And like, if you're not looking at your bank account, you're not gonna remember that you subscribed to that, and it just keeps coming out every month. So really diving deep into your subscriptions, listing them out. What are the ones that you're just like, I have not used this app in 5 months, 3 months. Like, why is it even still coming out of my bank account? I'm not saying you have to get rid of all of them, but definitely take out the ones that you don't use, like Like Duolingo, how long have you actually got onto your Duolingo and used it? Like, if you're not going to use it, take it off. That's an example of one that I had. Tip number 3, actually saving money away. First thing first, pay yourself. You will have a budget, and on your budget, you should know how much you're going to be taking out that paycheck to savings. Let's say your paycheck is bi-weekly and you're going to take $200 out. You're going to take the $200 out when you get paid, and that is going to go into your savings account. And then you're going to pay your bills, and then you're going to go get the groceries, and then whatever is left over that you have budgeted out for gas. It also feels good just to see that like boost of money right when your paycheck comes in. Like, that's my money. I'm keeping that right where it's at, and I'm not going to touch it. Also, with savings accounts, me and my husband have multiple savings accounts, and I don't know if anybody on here is going to be like, your husband's working, you're not, it's not your money, it's his. I save him a lot of money monthly. I clean for him, I cook for him, like I make him meal preps for work, I make him breakfast meal preps, like I do a lot for him. So it is our money. If you relate to that, please leave a comment. I would love to see how many other like stay-at-home wives or anything like that relate to that statement and get told that you're not putting in the effort or work that he is. So like I shouldn't be allowed to talk about it, whatever. Anyways, multiple savings accounts. Currently we have a total of 4 savings accounts, one of those being our emergency savings. Reason for having multiple is mostly for scams, actually. Visiting back home, which I already mentioned, it's almost 30,000 miles away from where we're at currently. My husband got scammed. Yes, he gave out information that he shouldn't have, and so we got over $8,000 taken out of the account, and the scam person had all of our information, the account, everything, so our cards got shut off. We had an emergency savings, luckily, and we just tapped into that. We used that until the situation got resolved. Yeah, so that's why we keep multiple accounts. So other money saved away, that is invested, is going to be 15% of my husband's paycheck. I set him up to have that invested into a Roth IRA. I also do have one myself, but not as much goes into that one as his, because his gets taken out before his paycheck even comes to us. So yes, his is in a Roth IRA, 15%, and then on top of that, after I have the budget ready, and it's pretty airtight, but sometimes there are occasionally points where our utilities is 100 less than we thought it would be. Something like that, just like something's less than you think it is, or you budget out for. I take that money and I invest it. So instead of using that money like, oh hey, we got an extra $100, let's go eat out, instead I'm like, let's put that into investments, let's save that away. Tip number 4, paying debt down/off. I know that this topic is very heavily like, whatever it may be, people have very strong views of don't do certain things, and other people have very strong views of do certain things. I do, and I'm going to say this, and I feel like I'm gonna get some backlash for this, but me and my husband do listen to Dave Ramsey, Mr. Ramsey, and honestly it's been our biggest saving grace is paying off over $30,000 of debt and being able to put what we were putting into like the bank's pocket into our pockets. So with monthly payments to the bank loans, I feel like you're gonna know what I mean, maybe some people don't, that your loans have interest rates on them, and the interest rates are just going straight to the bank account, or the bank, over time, what would be like $10,000 of you paying to them actually is like $13,000 because of interest that they are taking out as well for giving you the loan in the first place. So yes, taking the interest amounts that we pay to the bank, putting that in our own pockets, being able to take the monthly payments and putting that into savings. Here's an example. One of our credit cards, we had over $6,000 of debt on it, and monthly that was taking like over $200 out a month to pay on that, plus the interest was like 18%. Cut this credit card up, we don't need it anymore. But yeah, so we were paying $200 to a credit card, and it was honestly for like stupid purchases. My husband is actually, so we super exciting money financial, my husband is getting his truck paid off here soon, and that is a total of $500 a month that goes into the truck. $500 a month that we're going to be able to put into savings, and that's amazing. We're going to be saving up for a vehicle for me, actually for him to commute to work, so I get the truck. But anyways, we're going to be saving up money to go for a car, so then we won't have to do monthly payments. We're going to get, like I said before, a Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, something that's reliable, can be old, kind of like dinosaur cars that last for a long time. And yeah, so that is why you should pay down your debt, pay it off, and just be able to have those savings. And while we were paying down most of our debt, we did have an emergency savings. We have a bigger one now, but we did have an emergency savings of about $2,000, and that did fluctuate. Like, obviously there were some emergencies, there were some things that needed to happen, but it never was super bad. Fifth tip is gonna be cash stuffing. So what is cash stuffing? Cash stuffing is where you're taking a part of your paycheck when you budget out, and you're putting that to expenses you know that are gonna come around yearly. So examples are birthdays, holidays, if you're gonna at least go on one vacation a year, also a way for dining out, into these categories. And it's been super helpful, and it's saved us on a lot of expenses. One of the other categories that I cash stuff personally, and I've watched a lot of cash stuffing videos. I think I've seen it a couple times, but people do cash stuff oil changes and car maintenance, anything like that. So I have a category in ours that is called oil changes, and so that is just about every 3 months he has to go in and get his truck oil changed, and that is about $120 every time. So if I save, what is it, I think I saved $40 a paycheck, or no, $40 a month. So after 3 months, that's $120 in total, and so he's good to go get his oil change, and it doesn't take out of any of our budget or, you know, anything like that, because we're already budgeting each paycheck out to go into that expense. So that is why I highly suggest cash stuffing. I will also be doing a video on how we cash stuff, what our cash stuff categories are, and I think I'll also be making some shorts of just me cash stuffing away money whenever paychecks come in. And yeah, if there is any topic that you would like me to hit on more, something that I may have said briefly in this video or any past videos, let me know in the comments. I would love to be able to make content that you guys actually want to watch. Right now I'm just giving you guys content that I love to create and I love to talk about with other people, so that's where all this is coming from. So if you actually have suggestions, I would love to hear it. I love to see what you guys want to hear from me. And I'm gonna end this video by saying thank you guys so much for watching, and when I have those other videos I will link them up to this one. Have a wonderful day.